Hello and welcome everybody to today's webinar about talking about how to make your splash intro super great, how to use it to utilize your online profile and all of your online sites. It's a fantastic way to welcome your customers and show off all of the beautiful work that you do from the get-go when people come to your site. And I'm really excited to talk to you about your splash intro today. All of the great advantages that it will be able to give to you and your website. And so let's jump right in, and we're going to start talking about what is a splash intro. And the splash intro is the first page that your customer can see to visit your site. This is a fantastic way to welcome your customers. And it also is a great way to help your customers navigate your website and your online presence. Perhaps you have a blog and a Facebook page. Maybe you even have another site, maybe different sort of photography, another business that you'd like to link to that you do. This is a fantastic way for your customers to come to one domain name, be able to see all the different places they can go to in regards to you and your company, and navigate quickly to where they need to go. So let's talk about how you can build a splash intro with your PhotoBiz Flash or HTML website. First you want to do is go ahead and log into your PhotoBiz account and click on the Flash HTML control panel. Then you're going to click on the splash intro icon at the top of the screen. When you click on that, you're going to see a button there that says Intro Link, Create Intro Link. You want to click on that next. When the Create Intro Link button pops up, you're going to enter your link name in the first box. This is going to be something like website or my blog or Facebook. This is going to be what your customers see, the wording that your customers see to know where that link goes to. Next, you're going to choose how you would like that link to open. You have a choice of open in a new window, open in the same window, and you can also choose if you'd like that your target to open in a full screen window. You also have the ability to choose which PhotoBiz site you would like this link to open. You'll notice that you'll have a drop-down menu available to you, which lists all of your PhotoBiz sites. So if you have a Flash, an HTML, a blog, and a store, you're going to see them all listed here under PhotoBiz sites. You can simply choose which one you'd like and click on it, and that's where that link will go to. Or if you would like to input the URL info, you can do that under Link URL. For example, here I've put in my Facebook page. So now that we've kind of talked about the steps to go through to create one, I thought it'd be interesting if we actually go into our control panel and create one ourselves. So I'm going to go ahead, go into the control panel, and here in my control panel you'll see that I've already created one intro link that's called My Site. So I'm going to create a new one. And here you'll see what we just kind of walked through. I'll be able to give this a link name. So this one I would like to go to my blog. I would like this to open up in the same window, so I'm going to leave that as is. And I'm going to use my PhotoBiz site drop-down menu to choose my blog. I'm going to go ahead and update that. I'm also going to create another one that goes to my Facebook page. So here I'm going to put my Facebook page. I'd also like this to open in the same window, and I'm going to go ahead and populate this portion with my Facebook page address. You always want to remember to click Update after any changes you make. Otherwise, you'll have to go back in here and recreate all this link information. So make sure you hit Update. So now that I've created my link, I want to add an image to go with it. I can do that by clicking on the Image tab at the top of my intro link and browsing and uploading an image. It's very simple. So let's do that in the control panel. So here is the Facebook intro link I was just creating. I'm going to go ahead and click on the image tab here at the top. And browse, and I've already created an image that I would like to use for my Facebook. And now I have an image associated with it. So now when my customers come and they see my Splash Intro link, they'll see the name underneath it and the image. Now, you might wonder what else you can do within this particular part of your page. Well, let's say that you don't want the little the font that is the default font at the bottom underneath your link here. You can actually just put what your link name is within your image, and you won't have to use the font that's available. So, for example, I've created this website image here, and in my photo manipulation software, Photoshop or whichever you like to use, Illustrator, I went ahead and created the word website over my image. So now this is a great way to start continuity in your site. Perhaps you have a font that you're already using within your logo. This is a great way to maybe use the same font. There's only one default font in the Splash Intro, so using some creativity like this by putting words inside the images can really show how your site has continuity all through every aspect of it. So you would just do this the same way. Again, here I created this image, and I'm going to go ahead and upload it. And so I'm going to go ahead and hop back into my control panel and show you. So here I've created the link that's going to go to my website. Well, I don't want it to say my site under it if the wording already says website on it on the actual image. So I'm just going to delete that and save it. And then I'm going to go into my image, the image tab at the top of the screen, and hit browse, and then find the image that I want to associate with that. And then hit upload. And there's my image that I'm going to have associated with this particular link. It already says website, and now I can go ahead and X out of this, and I'm going to go ahead and preview my site to see my Splash Intro. There's one step that you always want to do before you start previewing your Splash Intro. You do have to go into the Details tab and click on Page Settings, and make sure that you activate your Splash Intro page. If you do not activate your Splash Intro page, you will not be able to see it during your preview. So go ahead and hit yes there and update, and then I'm going to hit preview. So now I have two links here, one that goes to my Facebook page and one that goes to my website. When I click on them, they go straight where I like them to go, so that's great. And I've utilized the same font in my images that I have for my logo here at the top, so this is fantastic. So I'm already starting some continuity between my Splash Intro and my site. So we just kind of stepped into the Details tab to activate our site, or our Splash Intro, but let's see what else we can do within there. The Details tab are going to have a lot of really cool functions that you're going to be able to utilize. Obviously, like I had just shown you, you can activate your Splash Intro from there. You can change background colors and font colors from there. You can add a header. If, let's say, you don't have a logo ready and you just want to have a header that has your name and your company name and maybe a phone number, you can do that there. You can also choose if you would like your header to be visible or not from your Details tab. So there's a lot of really, really great things you can do within there. I'm going to hop over into my control panel so I can show you a little bit about my Details tab. And here I am in Splash Intro, and then I clicked on Details. And under the page settings is where you're going to get a lot of your nuts and bolts for this particular portion. Obviously, like we talked about before, you have your Activate Splash Intro page here. If you want to if you're using special colors within your website and you would like to utilize those within your Splash Intro, This is a great place to put them in. You'll see that you have a color picker box here. You can click on it and just choose a color that you like, or you can put in the color number if that is something that you already know, your hex number. Again, like we were talking about before, you can put a header in here. This one's just a generic one that I put in. Now just keep in mind that if you do decide to upload a logo, like you can, the header will not be seen, and vice versa. If you have a logo up, you will see the header. Now let's say you don't have a logo up and you don't want your header to be seen. That's a great place. This is a great use for the visible title. So maybe your logo is going to be in one of your intro links, and you don't need to have a logo upload or a header text. You want to make sure you set your your header text to no, so that portion won't be seen. So something that you'll see here that we're going to talk about next is the footer text. And let's talk about a little bit about what that can do for you. The footer text is a fantastic way to use HTML and other things on your splash intro. Well, you might be asking, well, what kind of things can I use with that footer text box? You can use this space for, let's say, address and contact information. Maybe you just want to have a place at the bottom of your splash intro where your phone number is shown, or an email address. This is a fantastic way to do this. A lot of people use the footer text box here under the Details tab for an SEO paragraph. This is something you might hear a lot about if you are looking at SEO suggestions, maybe online or something, where they recommend putting a search engine optimization paragraph in an HTML portion of your website so that the websites can crawl. This is a fantastic place to do that. The footer text the splash intro page in general is all HTML, so it's totally crawlable by the web crawlers. So it's a great opportunity to use that space for an SEO paragraph. What might you put in this SEO paragraph? Well, that's a really, really great question. You can put things like what you do, where you are, things that are similar to maybe website descriptions that you would use in the SEO portion of your control panel for your website. So descriptive sentences about what you do and where you are, how to contact you, and things like that. This is a fantastic use of your footer text. You also have the opportunity to use any sort of HTML you like in here. So if you are part of an association and they provide you with a badge that has HTML in it, take advantage of that. Use it in your splash intro. You can throw that code right into that footer text box, and it's going to show just like it should, and even be a link if that is what your badge does. Some people utilize this portion to put in like a Facebook-like box or a Twitter follow box or something like that. Anything that is HTML that you would like to present on your website, the footer text of your splash intro is a fantastic way to do that. So let's look at some examples of what other people have done with the footer text portion of their site. I'm going to go to a website here. I'm going to hop over to Jennifer Ferris's site. And Jennifer Ferris can be found at jenniferferris.com. And Jennifer has done a really awesome job with her splash intro. You'll see here that she has her logo, and her little intro links are really creative and fun. They're just two little frames to kind of navigate her customers where they'd like to go. And then as you kind of scroll down, you're going to see all the information that she's put into her footer text box. So if you look right here under her two links, you have a link here that she has coded in called Subscribe to My Newsletter. So when you click that, it takes it to a newsletter sign up. You'll also notice that she has put in just a couple of sentences about what she does. She talks about how she does classic, elegant, and unique photography. She talks about where she serves in North Carolina. She talks about some places where you can find her online. And then she puts some badges in here of things that she has been associated with in the past: Wedding Wire, Bride's Choice, the Wedding Depot, and things like that. She also talks about some other things that she can help you with, and on what other things that her associates associations can help you with. And then down at the bottom, she talks about what she does herself. So you might say, you know, chances of my customers scrolling down and seeing all that stuff might be slim to none, but it is presented, and you have to remember that all of this is crawlable by the search engine bots. So she's really taken advantage of the crawlability of her site especially of the splash intro specifically, to kind of get a lot of information out there in order to pertain to her domain and her website. So this is a really, really cool way that she has utilized that footer text box. I also like Ashley Mickelson's site, Splash Intro. Her Splash Intro is very simple, as you can see. She has a really pretty background that she's used. It's a little bit darker. And then, of course, she has her images here where she has created the little design on the bottom that tells customers how they can navigate to all of her different online profiles, her website, her Facebook, her blog, etc. And you'll see here down at the bottom, she has just a little paragraph that talks a little bit about what she does and who she is. This is really fantastic for her in SEO reasons. This is all going to be crawlable for her, and it's all going to be a benefit for her. So if you've been thinking about another way to kind of bump up your SEO, using the splash intro and using that text box, the footer text box is a fantastic way to basically put that information right out there for the search engine boxes. Also, I really like Brett Tyler's. So you can find Brett Tyler at bretttyler.com. His splash intro is so fantastic. Besides the fact that you kind of really get his style and his feel from the get-go with his images here and the background that he's chosen, he's done a really cool thing that helps with his SEO as well. Down here at the bottom, all of these different headers here are actually links that go into his website. So this is something that you can do in that the footer text box when I'd mentioned before that you can use HTML code. So what Brett Tyler has done here is he has gone in and he has coded fashion weddings, South Florida wedding photography, South Florida engagements, etc., to be links that go into his website. So talk about giving his customer a fantastic way to navigate right in. So he has his intro links here that are all presented with an image, and then of course he has the links here down at the bottom. So no matter where his customer clicks, they're going to get exactly what they want when they come and visit his site. And this is an added benefit for him because since each of these links go to a different page in his website, he's actually presenting these pages to his to the search engine bots for him. So this will help his SEO as well. So basically now when the search engine bots come to his site, they can follow these links into the different portions of his website, and that will also help with SEO. So there's a lot of fantastic, really, really cool ideas here that you can do within your splash intro. If you have any questions about how to do any of these things, please feel free to give us a call. We'd be more than happy to help. One other thing I'd like to point out here on Brett Tyler's splash intro is that he's used a little like badge here and a Google Plus badge here. So that's really cool too. So if that's something that you've been trying to utilize somewhere in your site, but it looks maybe a little bit weird or something, this is a fantastic way to utilize those. Also, these are presented to you from Facebook and Google Plus specifically, and they give you a little HTML code. You'll find that from their website, copy it, put it straight into that footer text box, and you've got yourself 2 little badges. So really cool way. I think Brett has done a fantastic job with this splash intro, and you can definitely take some inspiration from that. Now you might be curious, you might say, well, I don't know how to do any HTML coding. How would I ever be able to do something as neat as what Brett has? And, a lot of people, they just don't know HTML, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so sometimes what we need is little cheat sheets. So I like to refer a lot of people to this particular site. This is just my own personal favorite one, but it doesn't have anything to do with PhotoBiz or what we prefer over here. It's just one that I really like. It seems really easy to use. It's called quackit.com, and you can find it at quackit.com. And specifically, I like to go to this page, which is all the HTML codes that they provide I really like it a lot because they have tutorials on here for very easy HTML. They also have HTML code generators. So if you're looking how to create a link like what Brett has that goes into a deep link within their site, you can find those codes here. You can also find how to create an image link, image codes, HTML links if you're trying to code in a special font. This is all fantastic things, and a lot of times what's really cool about them is they present it to you, and let me find you an example here. For example, if you're looking to do an image that when somebody clicks on it, it takes them to a site, you can find one here. So and the cool thing about it is they present you the code, and all you have to do is kind of highlight it and then paste it into where you're using it, and then just go back in and replace it with your information. So if this is something like you would like to utilize, but you might need a little bit of assistance with it, feel free to give us a call. We'll be more than happy to assist you. We can't do any coding for you specifically, but we'll be more than happy to help to assist with your coding. So if you see something within a page like Quackit or another page that maybe shows you some HTML generators, feel free to give us a call and we'll be happy to assist you with that. Your splash intro can really be fantastic if you just put a little bit of time and energy in it. And what I really like is that you can bring a lot of continuity to your site, and you can do that through your logo and the background. So if you have a logo that you're using within your site, use it on your splash intro. It's a great way for your customer to kind of go ahead and seeing your online presence, seeing your brand from the get-go. Also, you can use the same background as your website in your splash intro. So if you're using one of our background images that we provide for you in our image bank, feel free to also associate that with your splash intro. It's an easy way to bring continuity between that splash intro into your Flash site, or into your HTML site, either one. And also, if you have a custom background that you've created, you can also upload that to your splash intro. So please feel free to take advantage of that and then start that continuity. And let me show you how this works. So I'm going to hop back into our control panel here. If you're going to upload your logo to your splash intro, you just need to click on the Logo Upload tab here at the top, and then click on the Browse button. Just like our templates, you do have a recommended logo size for this portion. The JPEG portion, if you're going to do a JPEG, you want to do it at 850 by 885. And of course, if you're going to do it as a PNG or a raw JPEG, it needs to be, the maximum dimensions it can be is 1000 by 150 pixels. So I'm going to go ahead and browse and upload my logo. And there's my logo. I've got my logo here with the same font that I've been liking, and then of course I have some information here at the bottom that just kind of tells a little bit about me so my customers can see how to contact me directly immediately, right as they come to my splash intro. I also want to add the same background that I have with my Flash site to my splash intro, so I'm going to click on the background tab here at the top. And as I scroll down, I'll see here that I have all the same background image selections and uploads that I do with the Flash sites. And I know that on my Flash site that I'm using the burnt amber, so I'm going to go ahead and select that and hit Update Your Background Selection. Of course, like I mentioned before, if you do have a custom background, please feel free to upload that background here as well. You want to remember that the maximum dimensions for a background for any of our pages is 1500 by 865 pixels. So 1500 pixels wide by 865 pixels high. So now I'm going to go ahead and preview my splash intro, and I'm really starting to like what I see here. I've got my logo going on up here. I have a couple of links that go to my different sites. I've even coded into my footer text a link that goes specifically to a gallery that I want to show, which is some elephant images I have taken. And as you can see, I have used the same background on my splash intro that I have with my flash sites. So I'm definitely getting that continuity between all of my sites, and I'm really excited about that. It's a fantastic way. There's one site that I really want to show you I love in regards to showing continuity in the site, and that's Alante Photography. And I really like them a lot because they use a lot of really neat, they use their same background in a lot of different manners on their site so that you can really see what they're all about. And this is a really cool way to show continuity between your sites. Alante does a great job of doing that. And so when you're kind of thinking about you know, what should I do to bring that continuity between my splash and my website, a background is a fantastic example of what you can do. So I would also want to just kind of walk you through a couple of other really great splash intros so you can kind of get some really neat ideas. I really like Maura Lara's splash intro, and you can find her at moyalara.com, moyalara.com. And the reason why I really, really like her splash intro is because it is so unique, and you know, she's taken a lot of time and care, and it just looks really fantastic. And if you kind of notice, you can click on all of these different places. Moya took a lot of time to make sure that this image that she created, so if you kind of are looking at this splash intro, it kind of looks like one big image, and that's because it is. So she uploaded this as a background, and then she kind of took into notice where those intro links might sit over her background image here, and then that's where each one, and that's where she kind of put her website link, her client's link, her blog's link, and her Facebook link. So this is another way if you don't want to use those intro links in a traditional manner where each link goes up by itself and it has its own image. You could do something like Moya did here, where she just basically created 4 blank intro links, and each one goes over a specific site. And so it does take some time and some working around in Photoshop and then uploading it and seeing if those blank links meet up right. But when they do, it looks really, really fantastic, like Moya's. Another splash intro I really, really like is Larry Perez, and you can find this at Studio Monroe at larryperez.com. And the reason why I really like it is he's just taken a lot of great advantages of what you can do in a splash intro. So here he's created all of his splash intro links just to kind of show off his work he's done. And then, of course, he has his logo here to start getting things going. And also, he has the fact that he's used that footer text to do a lot of really amazing coding. So he has some like buttons and a send button down here for Facebook. He has an email sign up here at the bottom. And then if you look down here at the very bottom, he has found a company that does like a little social media bar. And he's used that footer text portion to put that HTML for this social media bar, and he's totally taken advantage of it. So this is a really cool way and a really great example of how using that footer text bar can really just make something very special, very unique to you in as far as your splash intro. It's really, really cool. Another one that I love to show is Misty Mioto's. You can find her at mistymioto.com. And the reason why I like this one is because Misty holds no punches with her with her splash intro. You see from the get-go the kind of photographer she is. So usually I don't usually recommend just having one link on a splash intro, but the way that Misty has presented it, you know, there's always the exception to the rule. The way she's presented it, it just makes it look so rich. And she's literally inviting you. It's like she wants you to open that invitation to come into her site. Misty has created this splash intro just to have one link on it, and that one goes to her website. But the way she's presented it with this amazing background and a blank link over the top is just a really cool example of how you can just get your customers so excited just from the splash intro about looking at your site. So when you're looking at this splash intro, you're just seeing something that's very rich, it's very exciting, and you can't wait to click on that invitation, go in there and see what else she has to show you. So I really, really love Misty's splash intro for that reason alone, that it's just a really, really cool, exciting splash intro. I think she's done a great job. So let's talk about your splash intro. With just a little time and creativity, you too can have a truly beautiful and effective splash intro page. And of course, you always have us here at PhotoBiz to assist you. So please, if you see any ideas, any of the ideas that we presented today, if there was any of them that you would like to see on your site and you just are like, I just need to know how to do that, give us a call here and we'll be happy to walk you through, happy to assist you. We'll be happy to assist you with coding and things like that. Like I mentioned before, we wouldn't be able to do coding for you, but we'll be more than happy to assist you with all of these features, and so you can have the best splash intros possible. So it just takes a little time, and as you can see, it's really easy to get one up there really quickly, and it can look really great, bring some continuity into your site, help your customers navigate where you are, and just show off your creativity from the get-go. So I really thank you all for joining me today with today's webinar in regards to splash intro. I hope you've learned something. Please feel free to give us a call here at PhotoBiz if you have any questions at all. We'll be more than happy to assist you in any way. We would love to answer your questions in regards to splash intro. In behalf of myself, I'm Jennifer from the Passionate Support Team. We're really excited every time we hear from you guys, and we're always really excited to help you out in any way possible. So hopefully we'll be hearing from you all soon, and thank you again for joining us today, and hopefully I look forward to seeing all of your awesome splash intros. Thanks, guys. You have a great day.